Your reasons for listening to the show, well, those are your own. But just keep in mind that the views, information, or opinions expressed on the Tuttle Daily Podcast are solely those of the individuals involved and do not necessarily represent those of our sponsors. Yeah, it's called free speech, people. Nobody's forcing you to listen.
Get ready for your daily dose of Tuttle.
The all-time greatest intern/producer we've ever had, of course, Tuttle. Tuttle in Florida.
From the Hobo Fish Camp, it's the Tuttle Daily Podcast.
No wonder nobody likes you, Tuttle. Everything's a goddamn debate.
Recording in progress.
Recording in progress. All right, guys. All right. You know what? We're not even doing any commercials. This is like a bonus edition of the Tuttle Daily Podcast with my very, very good friend, Ciroc.
What's up?
It's Ciroc the Mic on Twitter, correct?
I think so. I don't know how, the Twitter thing is weird, though.
BTLS? Let me ask you that. Let me be honest. Was Mocha Prince BTLS, was Mocha Prince, offensive at all to you? If I'm just and be dead honest.
Not, I don't know, not really. It's more of a description than anything.
Did it make you uncomfortable?
No. I think I picked that, actually.
They were kind of like, oh, yeah, Ciroc's, all ripped and, strong.
No, I think I picked that because I think I was more worried about giving a name, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? I don't want something shitty, so kind of just want the first thing that popped in.
Can I be honest for you, though?
You don't want to be known as, the shitter or something like that.
Yeah, the shitter. But, it was so cringeworthy. I've had those missteps at the beginning of my radio career. But the day that you showed up late and you said, I had to save a baby or whatever.
I thought that was funny.
It was
so you never seen, the thing is, you guys had never seen that Kevin Hart stand-up when he was talking about the deer bro.
You're talking to an audience of a bunch of Caucasians. You're talking to a group of people that are in the studio that are all Caucasians.
I know. I should have did a Bill Burr impersonation.
You should have read the room, my friend. I'm just saying, you should have read the room.
Why were you late? I had a meeting with my accountant. Oh, okay. That's understandable.
Oh, that's understandable.
That's understandable.
I got to. I got to, see my CPA.
Why did you say so? I know, right?
Yes,
4 a.m. in the morning.
Mm-hmm. I got to go see my Monsoulé or whatever.
I know. And then I felt like I let, the culture down. You know what I mean? The whole CPT thing.
CPT.
Of course he's late.
I was going to say that, but
I know. And then a part of me wanted to be like, well, what did you expect? Let's get it. You can't play the race card all the time.
If you want me to be honest, that would have went over even better. Yeah, you know what? You would have saved yourself. If you, instead of using had to save a baby, and you would have been like, yo, Bubba, what do you expect? CPT, baby, CPT. No, I'm being dead serious. That would have went over. It would have killed, and everybody would have been like, oh, who gives a fuck? CPT, Ciroc was late. Who gives a fuck? And they would have went on with the show. You would have been a killer. You know what? You would probably be full-time on Bubba's show right now.
Right now? Yeah, but I probably wouldn't have wanted it.
Why not, though?
I don't know.
They would have paid you well.
It's creative. What do you call it? I feel like I couldn't content. I feel like I wouldn't be able to
creative control.
Exactly. Kind of like the whole Dave Chappelle thing, right? I'd be kind of limited. Oh, it'd be great. Don't get me wrong. It'd be great. It would have been great exposure, but I would have been
one day you would have just showed up and you were like, yo, I'm going to Africa. I'm going to go see the lions in the Serengeti.
I've already been to Africa. I can't use that excuse anymore. That's a once in a lifetime excuse.
You're an Arturian.
I'm actually in Deep Space Nine right now.
Yeah, you're an Arturian. Star Trek, wearing the red shirt, which means that you're gonna die.
Live and prosper.
The red shirt. Yeah. You do know that about the red shirts, right? We did talk about that, right?
Yeah, with the firing, or not the firing, but the killing off.
Oh yeah, you definitely would have been dead. But no, so Ciroc, how has your week been?
My week has been phenomenal. Well, I gotta stop saying shit. It's been all right.
We talked the other day. You went to the whitest state in the
Yes.
whole lower 48.
Yes.
Like,
I went to
I'm
the
just being
state that
honest.
like is like a distant cousin of Alabama. You know,
Yeah.
it's like they're related, but they're just in two different areas.
I've been catching a lot of movies lately.
hmm
Did you ever see the Buyers Club?
Say it one more time.
Dallas Buyers Club.
No, but I know what it's about. It's with Matthew McConaughey, right?
Yeah. And he lost a lot of weight. Why is it that? All right. So I've never been really, really impressed.
Mhm.
You know how they always make a big deal about, like, this actor got in such great shape for Fight Club, Brad Pitt, or Christian Bale. He gained all this weight for Batman. He was muscular, and then he lost he got down to like almost like 100 pounds for The Machinist.
Yeah, and he blew up for Vice.
Back to Batman. Yeah, exactly. So what I'm trying to say though is that, are you really, really ever impressed when an actor goes through these big transformations? Because, like, if you're gonna pay me millions and millions of dollars, and you're gonna give me a somebody that's a trainer, a nutritionist, somebody that's gonna tell me what I can or cannot eat, as somebody that's just gonna hold me my foot to the fire, like, is it really that big of a deal though?
I think it is, and only in aspects of like, because okay, for instance, with Vice, with Christian Bale, like, yeah, he gained a lot of weight, and I mean it's obviously way easier to gain weight than lose weight, but like you still have to play the role well. You can't still be a Christian Bale, the typical Christian Bale, if that makes sense.
Okay.
Like you gotta act fat too, if that, you know what I mean?
No. And I do agree with you that fat people, I know this is gonna sound
You gotta act
really
fat.
weird. Fat people do carry themselves in a different manner, if you know what I'm talking about. But like, like with Brad Pitt, like, like if somebody said, all right, we're gonna give you $25 million for this film, but for the next year we need you to just stick to this regiment. You're gonna have a trainer, you're gonna have the best nutritionist,
World-class chefs.
all that stuff. Yeah, world-class chefs, like somebody that's always gonna be on top of your ass. I'd be like, fuck yeah, dude. 25 million?
That's not even hard to do. But let me ask you this though: do you think like that's provided by like the studio, or that's just some the actor does on its own?
Okay, even if you're getting paid 25 mil, like it wouldn't cost you more than $1 million for a year just to have a personal trainer.
$1 million? What type of fucking personal trainer you got?
No
way in hell would be close to $1 million.
No, you're not even letting me finish. I'm talking personal trainer.
That's what she said.
Chef, nutritionist, like everything. I'm talking kitten and caboodle of everything.
Yeah, but that's still not $1 million. I mean, there's people who are not actors who do that.
Okay, so what I'm saying is you're getting paid 25, and I'm saying at the high end, just $1 million off the top.
Okay. I mean,
to pay for everything to train and get yourself to where you need to be.
That's true, but I also think like, okay, from my standpoint, I would think, oh, that's easy. I could probably not easily do that, but it wouldn't be as challenging for me as for someone else. But like, say if you're someone who never really works out, or you don't really stick to a healthy diet, that can be challenging. We don't know what Brad Pitt does when he's not acting. He could be just stuffing donuts down his throat.
Do you know that Indian actor? That's the comedian Camille
Aziz.
No, not Aziz Ansari, not the guy from Parks and Rec, but the guy that was in the movie The Big Sick.
I didn't see The Big Sick.
Kumail, whatever.
Oh, and the guy in White Castle.
Yes, yeah.
Okay.
No, not Harold and Kumar go to White Castle.
Kumar.
Just Google Kumail. He was
is
in
he a
The
comedian?
Big Sick. Yeah, he's a comedian.
Okay. Does he have a political show he does now?
No, just Google Kumail, like workout, fit, and just look how jacked he is as an Indian dude.
Nanjiani.
Because yeah. And he is gonna be like one of the next Marvel like characters.
Let me see. Hold on, I'm looking at him right now.
Come on, like.
Oh yeah, he didn't get like fucking like, you know.
I mean,
he didn't get the Rock
for
jacked.
an Indian dude though, like you. I mean, I'm not trying to say anything bad
Tuttle,
about Indian.
Any decent workout plan and a decent diet. I mean, anybody can do this. It's just some people take longer than others. Like,
okay, well, all right. So this is gonna transfer me, and I know you got stuff because you sent me a list of stuff, and I really, really do.
No, that was just like
stuff.
just off the top of my head.
No. I want to get into that, but do you want to know what really has been shedding the water weight and the baby fat? I don't know if you can call it baby fat, but by baby fat, just like the looseness, like, you know, like when you're running, like I know you don't have this problem because you have very dense muscle, but
terrible
like,
swimmer.
No, terrible swimmer. I didn't say that. I wasn't trying to make some racist joke or anything like that. But what I'm saying, like, I did a Twitch or a TikTok the other day, and I was running. Did you see the TikTok I did where I was like, oh, I gotta get this picture with this famous band, and it was a barge in the background, and I was like, oh,
yeah, I saw that.
Barge.
El DeBarge, yes. You know, he's from from Grand Rapids, from where I'm from in Michigan.
Well, people were talking about my they were like, how about those knocks jiggling? And I was like, listen, bitch, I got muscle underneath that, but you also got to understand I got a lot of years of abuse and drinking and drugs that I used to put into my body, and I'm getting to a point where things are not going to jiggle as much as they used to, but people wanted to fuck with me that said that my tits were jiggling a little bit when I was running.
I mean, that happens, but I mean, shit, everybody tits like you would have to be like, it's 42. Hard to have like a solid chest
42.
constantly.
I'm 42. I think at 42, look, you knew me. Like, okay, all right. The other day I posted a TikTok of me and the panhandling guitarist, that skunk guy.
Yeah.
And if you look at the picture of me then, I was a fat fucking piece of shit. Like I was.
No. How much weight have you lost so far?
Okay, so after my attempted suicide, I was about 198. Like I never got over 200.
Okay.
All right. But then I started working out. I started just running, doing cardio.
Well, you stopped drinking too. That's what really helped.
And I stopped drinking. And the lowest I got down to was 161.
Ooh.
Okay.
That's for what, 40 pounds? Shit. Almost?
Yeah. But now that I started working out with weights and stuff like that, like not heavy weights, but just like the heaviest weight that I work out with is a 40-pound dumbbell. And I curl that. And I do 100 curls on 40 pounds every other day.
All right, so you should be jacked by now. 40 pounds. I mean, that's not like super heavy.
I mean, it's not super heavy, but I'm lean and I'm starting to get it.
Are you, when you're curling, are you standing up?
All right. So I do. Okay. So you want to know what I do? I do because I've been working my way up. Okay. So I'll work out with the 40. I'll do my 40, 40, 40, 40, 40, 40, 40, 40, 40. Okay. But then at the very end, I do the 40, 40 until exhaustion. Okay. Then I go to the 30-pound weight till exhaustion. Okay. Then I go down to the 20-pound weight until exhaustion. Then I go down to the 10-pound weight until exhaustion. Then I go back to the 30-pound weight doing hammer lift.
Okay, so you're doing like a basic like ladder. That's what they call it.
Yeah. So like I'm building stamina and like muscle, if that makes sense.
Well, okay, it does.
Am I doing it wrong? Or like, I mean, tell me.
You don't want to constantly keep exhausting your muscles. I mean, you want to have some sort of game plan, right? So if you want to get bigger, obviously don't do as many sets.
Then you want to stress the muscle with heavy weight.
Yeah, well, if you're doing curls, you should do like isolation curls. So like you sit down on a bench or a chair or whatever, and you kind of lean
down.
over.
No, I'm not standing.
Okay.
I brace my elbow against my inner thigh.
Okay. Right.
And I do not like use any of my body to, like help the curl. Do you see what I'm saying?
How long have you been doing it for? That exact list of
I would say about 3 or 4 months now. And I have been saying like I'm leaning out, but I'm also building mass.
Bro, you gotta switch that shit up, man. Like you're plateauing. If you've been doing that for 3 to 4 months in the same weight, like nah, man, that's just your body's already used to it now. Move up to 50 or 60.
I don't want to get. You got to remember,
ripped.
My love of sport is baseball. Okay. I was a pitcher, and pitchers have to be flexible.
Yeah, but are you trying out for the major leagues anytime soon?
But The Rock, though, I never want to be one of those guys that you can put a piece of tape in the middle of their back and they can't touch it. You see what I'm saying?
Listen, you would not get to that point by doing a little bit extra weight. I'm dead. Like you would have to be one, probably on roids. Two, you would have to. I mean, your testosterone.
You get what I'm saying, though, right?
Yeah,
like,
but it would take a lot longer than what you've done so far for that to happen. And then, like at your age, I'm not trying to be offensive, but like it's rare that you'll get like super fucking bodybuilder jacked.
But you want me to be honest though? Since I've been working out, my sex drive has gone up. My testosterone, I think, has gone up.
I'm being
dead. I'm being dead fucking serious. Like a lot of people think, they were talking about metabolism. Okay. I was reading this story. Okay. So from the age of 1 to 5, your metabolism is the highest that it's going to be your entire life.
Right.
Okay.
Eat shit. Eat shit.
Yeah, and then 5 to 10, then you're about they said 95% of what your full metabolism is. Okay. They say when you get to 30, you plateau until you're 60 when it comes to your metabolism.
Yeah, but I don't know where you're getting that data from, but everybody's different,
No, but hear me out though. It could be right because usually when you get to your 30s, you start getting a little lazy. You start getting complacent. You start not just working as hard as you used to.
Right.
And maybe it's not about your metabolism. It's just about your work ethic.
Yeah. Or your lifestyle. That's pretty much. I mean, most people.
No, but I mean, do you get what I'm saying though? Your metabolism, that could be right. Science is saying from 30 to 60, your metabolism stays the same. You're going to burn the same amount of calories. Your body is going to burn it. No matter what, it's just about if you're going to be active enough.
I don't think that's true. Well, it may be somewhat true, but I just feel like it's a little bit more detailed than that. It depends on the person, where you're at,
but
your lifestyle.
You don't feel like working out raises your testosterone though?
Oh, I know it does. Listen, when you work out, it's almost like having sex.
Yeah, you're.
I mean, not almost like having sex, but it's you get that same euphoric feeling when you finish. Finish a set. Sorry.
Okay, but look at all right. When you say Arnold Schwarzenegger was the guy that everybody looked at, that you were all right, that's the guy. Right. He was committed.
Yeah, he's a poster child for fitness.
And he smoked weed after he got done, just completely destroying his body. He would just chill out. But have you ever seen his movies Conan the Barbarian and stuff?
Yeah, I seen it.
He would get done cutting a bunch of people's heads off and stuff. And then he would the this like strong, like Amazon type woman who would just fucking like bend over and just fucking take like it was nothing. like I mean, I was like, hell yeah, that's what it's like fucking working out.
It's 100%, man. 100% is. Hell, I worked out earlier today, and you feel the same way. It's just.
I mean, did you come and give it? Did you come home and give it to your chick? Or
no, I had to run an errand after that.
Home? Oh,
I had to run, yeah, and you lose it pretty quick, actually. Once you like kind of,
especially when you're being Mrs. Mom and you're having to go to Publix and buy organic vegetables and free range chicken eggs and stuff, and you're like, oh man, I don't feel like having sex when I get
not anymore. Mouth sex.
I'm emasculated because I have to.
I'm converting over to food board. Fuck real people.
Exactly. You know what I've become as of late as I've gotten older?
What is that?
Yard work guy.
Oh my god.
Yard guy, like
John Deere guy.
No, not like look. All right, so our little lot that we have here that the RV is on, we ain't got a big lot, so I don't have a lawnmower. Okay. So like everything that I have to do is with a weed eater.
I thought you were gonna say one of those like pushing like manual lawnmowers, not with like the
like old. You would just push and they would rotate on their own.
Yeah, I was like
with the wheels. No. I actually use a weed eater, but like I've been like fertilizing. I've been laying down seed, like grass seed and stuff, trying to get stuff going, like all day.
You turn into like a regular old lady.
No, but Ciroc though, like you know how sometimes working out can become boring, like it's just repetitious, like you're just like curl, like
same thing,
lift, tricep, like just doing regular yard work. And I bought. Look, man, I wish I could take a picture of it. I bought. Plants? I feel like a third world like Haitian.
Garden gnome?
I bought a machete today.
A machete? Where the hell did you even get a machete from? Where do you buy machetes from?
Now I bought this machete and this bitch is sharp as fuck. And like I have just gone around like looking for people that need help cutting things down with.
You can't be walking around with a fucking machete asking people if they need help.
No, this thing has a sheath to it. Okay?
Oh my god, Aladdin.
So I can hook it to my belt on my pants. So I'm walking around the hobo fish camp with a machete.
Looking like Jack Sparrow.
Yeah, no, but this machete looks like one of those like Arabian swords.
Yeah, it's
where
like
curves towards the end. And I do look like I'm ready to have a machete fight.
You look like you're looking for some heads to cut off.
No, but have you ever like seen any of these like videos online where people get in machete fights? And I'm like, that's a real deal shit.
Wait,
right?
Like legitimate machete fights?
Machete fights. Yeah, like they're in Haiti, before all the earthquakes and fucking tsunamis and shit like that, or the president getting assassinated. Like Haitians will have straight up machete fights.
What the fuck?
With each other.
That's terrifying.
And then people think, it's one thing to have a knife fight, but like if you get hit in the arm with a really sharp machete,
yeah, your arm is gone.
Your wrist is like hanging on by the tendons itself while you're trying to fight with the machete that you have with your bad arm.
But you got to give up after that, right? Can you like concede?
No, there's no conceding.
Mean,
if you concede, you're getting chopped and hacked until you're dead.
That's kind of terrifying. Like I'm good at, I'm pretty athletic, but I would be terrified to have to get in a machete fight. I wouldn't know what the fuck I was doing. I was just throwing at him.
Seriously, that would have to be a horrific thing to get into a machete fight with your neighbor.
How does this happen though? Is this like a punishment or something?
No, maybe you stole a chicken of your neighbors or something, or like, you disrespected your neighbor's wife or something. You look.
Is it like a duel? Like, is it like just like an unspoken word?
It's just like machetes, like hacking at each other, sparks flying every time the machetes are hitting each other.
Oh my God.
Then one guy will like trip on a rock or some type of garbage on the street, and then that's where they fuck up and they get their wrist hacked. And then it just hangs off like a piece of meat. And then it's just like there's no conceding. It's like once you get into a machete duel with somebody, it's like it's to the death.
Yeah, but like, what if you're the guy who got his arm hacked and it's halfway hanging off, and you end up winning? It's like still like I would be like I'd still be pissed.
I mean, you're so fucked up. I mean, you really are so fucked up.
Fuck, man, they need to come to like 21st century shit, man. Machete. If I was get a gun, like fuck that. Get a gun and then take his machete. Now I get to him.
One of the things you wanted to talk about, and since my dad has passed, me and my dad were big University of Florida Gator football fans.
Right.
Like we loved it. Even when I was working in Tampa, I would come home every single weekend to watch the Florida Gator game. Okay.
Right.
So now Oklahoma and Texas is joining the SEC. Now, yeah, I know. See, and that's the thing about it. Like, that it's got to be pretty bad because the Texas Longhorns have their own network, right? Like,
yeah. We don't even. I don't think we can show like some of their games or something like that. It's weird.
No, it's the complete honest truth. So that's got to show you how bad things are that they're willing to give up their
best teams.
TV contract to go to the SEC because like if you go to the SEC is not going to be like, oh yeah, you can still keep your Longhorn Network TV.
No, they don't give a fuck about that.
Thing. No, you're going to be a part of the SEC. If you don't like it, get the fuck out. So Oklahoma and Texas are going to join, and they're going to go to the West because the SEC is split
two conferences.
You got the East and the West. So what they're going to do is take the two furthest East teams that are in the West, if that makes sense. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The teams that are in the West, the ones that are the furthest East, are going to join the East. So that means Alabama and Auburn are going to have to join the East with the Gators and the Georgia Bulldogs. So
that's going to be just a clusterfuck of. I mean, I'm a Michigan fan, so that gives us a little hope while they beat each other up.
No, but I mean, the East is going to be stacked. You're going to have the Gators. You're going to have Tennessee, which Tennessee really hasn't been.
Yeah, like I feel bad. Like why? Like they should just. I feel bad for Tennessee though.
But then you're going to have Alabama, Auburn, Georgia,
Florida.
Like, yeah, Florida. You're going to. Well, I mean, then you're going to have teams like Kentucky and Vanderbilt. I mean, I know that's.
If they're smart, like if you're Kentucky and Vanderbilt, just create one team. Hey, just join. Just merge as one
MAC? Team. Can we go to the MAC or can we go to like
can we go to the NAIA league, please?
Yeah, can we go to the same division that UCF is in? USF, UCF. But you were talking about a coalition between the other ones.
Yeah, they were talking about doing similar, kind of almost like the same thing with the Big Ten, the Pac-12, and ACC. Now this one is not like there's not too much like details, but I expect similar, a similar situation like they did for the SEC. So I don't know if they're going to bring in teams from the Pac-12 or it's going to be to the Big Ten or vice versa.
See, but then the regional thing does not come into play.
I don't think that should ever matter anyway. Like, who cares?
No. If you want me to be honest, though, like this is what they need to do. Fuck Oklahoma and Texas joining the SEC. The two teams you bring. Well, you know what? Let's kick out fucking Vanderbilt and Kentucky, okay?
Just delete their whole program and just throw away all those scholarships.
You bring in fucking Miami, which really hasn't been much lately. FSU, and
Mhm.
Clemson into the SEC.
I mean, that would, yeah. I mean, at some point though, you have to think like, okay, should it just be one?
I mean, you've already got South Carolina Gamecock, which is a rivalry between Clemson. So you've already got that rivalry going
Right.
with each other. I mean, you got the FSU Florida rivalry already.
They should
would be
just
in
do
the
it
SEC.
like how the pros do it. Just have a West and East conference or North and South conference, because that's what it's eventually going to end up being.
Well, but the NFL still really isn't that fair either though. Like some
with the
teams get
divisions.
easier schedules. You know, like now they're playing an extra game this season. So every team has to play a neutral site game. You know that, right?
I knew about the extra game. I didn't know it had to be neutral site though.
Well, I mean, okay. Well, the only way that it could be fair is you would have to add 2 extra games. So if you add 1 extra game, that means that one team is going to have to play more away games than home games. Did you see what I'm saying?
What would even be a good neutral site though for some of these?
London, they're going to play some of the games
not
in
that shit again.
Mexico.
Oh,
They're
my
going to
God.
play some of them in Canada. Like, I mean, that's what they're going to do.
And it's week 17. It's the last game of the season. They do that.
I think so. Yeah. Or they're going to spread it out throughout the season.
I don't know. I mean, I get it. You know, the NFL's trying to expand to more of a worldwide audience, but like, I remember watching one of the London games. First of all, it's like 9:00 in the fucking morning.
Yeah.
So half the people didn't even see
They're
it.
playing in Wembley Stadium, which is a big ass stadium. It's over 100,000 people.
Yeah, but like, what people over in Europe do you know would go to that game unless the tickets are
Dude,
free?
Can I be honest? Soccer fans are more passionate about their sport than what NFL fans are about theirs.
Oh, hell yeah.
Just being honest.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Now, but yeah, I mean, it's just really weird. Like I'm really excited, and I know you're gonna laugh at me, but like Tua being down in Miami, I really do think the Dolphins have got a great chance.
Oh my God. I think they have no chance. I don't even think Tua's that good of a quarterback, to be honest. I think he's too,
All right,
I don't want to be that guy that says I think he's too short, but it's
you
just
hate your own people, even though he's Hawaiian.
like my own people.
Well, I mean, even though he's a Hawaiian, you know, they got an African American coach, Brian Flores, which is the man.
Oh my God, he's a one. Remember the Chappelle, the racial draft? Like, we would like to trade Tua for The Rock, Dwayne Johnson, best quarterback.
I mean, if I wanted anybody from the Philippines or Hawaiian descent, yeah, I'm going for The Rock all day.
As quarterback, though, I don't know. He played football.
No.
Actually, he was a linebacker.
No, but I mean, if you wanted to be honest, though, a lot of great quarterbacks have come out of Hawaii.
Like who? It's just been Tua.
Marcus Mariota.
Okay, he's pretty much done.
Okay, the dude that the
The
guy,
dude.
the dude.
Hey
I
man,
forget his name, but the dude that played at UCF that basically almost had his leg amputated.
oh, Alex Smith.
No, Mackenzie, whatever.
You see?
Fuck.
You see what I'm saying?
No, but what I'm saying though is that the guy was like leading the nation and rushing and passing at the same time before he had his like they look. Can
Not
you
meant to be.
imagine? No. His injury was so bad. Okay, they said the only thing that was holding the bone, like it was just the skin that was holding
Oh my God.
the lower, below the knee, above the knee. The only thing that was holding all that stuff together was the skin. Like it had torn all of the major arteries in the knee, tore
Jesus.
all the ligaments. The kneecap was not even attached to the bottom of the leg.
What happened? His foot gets stuck in the turf or something?
Yeah, it was like the Joe Theismann, like Alex Smith, the guy for the Redskins.
Mhm.
He was out for 3 years.
Yeah, but he had like complications though with like his recovery though.
Yeah, man. But like, can you imagine like you separated everything from above your knee to your lower knee, and the only thing that was holding the shit together was your skin.
That's fucking devastating. Like I don't like even like Alex Smith's case. Like I wouldn't even want to come back and play football.
No, but I mean the Joe Theismann thing was on like live TV. And that was one of the most horrific things that I had ever seen in my life.
Oh man, I don't know. I feel like remember that guy, the March Madness tournament a couple years back. I think it was Louisville.
The guy came down and like his leg just completely.
Yeah, because the court was raised
90 degree angle. Like it was a direct 90 degree right angle. I've seen baseball players. You know how they wear like steel cleats in baseball? And I saw a guy one time slide into home plate.
Oh, his foot got caught.
And his foot, the metal cleat got caught on the plate. And he was safe, but when his leg was sticking up in the air, so you know how your foot points forward? Like his foot his foot was pointing backwards.
Oh my God. It's kind of like Dak Prescott.
No, I mean, how do you like
his shit was like left. His shit like it made a left hand turn.
Yeah, but as an athlete, how as an athlete, like you can physically get better, but mentally that stuff always has to be in the back of your mind, right?
I think actually though, like okay, so broken bones, they fucking hurt and they suck, right? When somebody breaks their leg.
Have you ever had a broken
ankle.
bone? I've broken both of my wrists.
No, never. I think I fractured a finger or something like that. But like I feel like when you tear like a tendon, an ACL, MCL, I feel like that's mentally harder to come back from because you can't, like tendons are really sensitive.
See, because you never know like when it's gonna just pop.
Exactly.
Like Dan Marino, like when his Achilles, like Dan Marino was at his prime. He was playing the goddamn shitty ass Cleveland Browns up in that shitty ass stadium. They play baseball at the time. At that, the Cleveland Indians played there.
What was their team name now? Didn't they change it?
Well, I mean, it was the Browns, and then when the Browns left, they went to Baltimore, and they changed the Ravens.
The Indians. Remember, it was that big controversy
they're the Renegades
last year?
now.
The Renegades.
The Renegades now, which is bullshit. and then the Washington Redskins are now just the Washington football team.
Yeah, why didn't they like? I feel like they should have a name now. I feel like you could say Washington football team for like the trial years. Like, all right, we can't think of a name right now, but for this year, we'll just be the Washington football team. But then the following year, you got to have something.
But guess what? The Braves are like, whew, man. Whew. Oh yeah, we bit the bullet because the Braves, the Braves, you really can't say anything because that's kind of like marking out, right?
Yeah.
I mean, they're brave. They're the Braves. And then the only reason the FSU Seminoles get away with it is that the college actually pays the Seminole tribe to be able to use the name.
Okay, and they greenlight it, so they don't care.
Yeah, if FSU's wanting to pay, they actually have Chief Osceola come out on a painted horse and stick a flaming spear at the 50-yard line. I mean, come on. I'm
surprised he doesn't say after the game, make sure you stop by the Hard Rock Casino.
Yeah. Oh, hey, that's the other thing. The Seminole casinos now are getting roulette and craps.
Yeah,
now.
I remember that.
It reminds me of that Chappelle skit with the rolling of the dice and Ashley Larry coming in.
Now, can you imagine the Seminole tribe chief is one of the characters? This is for my people.
This is for my people.
This is for my people.
I mean, have you ever been to the Hard Rock Casino in Tampa? I
used to work there.
I mean, you did say that. They got their own police force, which
oh my god, they're a fucking joke, by the way. Just no offense to them, but they suck.
I have no problem with that stuff though, Ciroc. We really did fuck over the Indians really, really bad.
Yeah, and I'm not trying to call them Indians. Mm-hmm. Native Americans.
Native Americans. Okay. But I mean, listen, I know we fucked over African Americans as well too. But I mean, who? All right. So I I know I'm putting you on the hot seat here.
What did we get in return? Let's see.
No, I mean, you didn't get your 40 acres and a mule. So, I mean,
I haven't got shit.
Who got screwed over worse, the Native Americans or the African Americans?
Ooh, that's a toughie. I want to say.
You got to remember,
I think it's like 50. It's like a 60-40.
60-40. And
I think the Native Americans got it a little bit worse because they still got to be here. Like, imagine like somebody just breaking your fucking house and like just whooping your ass and then like forgiving you later on, but they still live there.
Yeah, we're giving you this own land. Oh, and by the way, we're gonna give you these blankets that are infected with polio. And we're gonna make you sick with all of our European diseases.
Oh, by the way, happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving. Yeah, like, I mean, you want to be honest, like, we were really fucked up as the Europeans coming over here. Like, we used chemical warfare, germ warfare before anybody else ever wanted. They were even
called it exploring. We're just exploring.
Yes, like so, we sent Lewis and Clark with Sacagawea, and what we gave Sacagawea? We gave her a gold dollar coin that nobody ever fucking uses in the United States. People just collect them. And we were like, oh, everything's great. We gave Sacagawea a fucking golden coin.
Typical Europeans, they can just buy everybody's respect.
And it's not even really real gold. It's just gold plated.
It kind of looks like one of those little chocolate, like those coin chocolate wrapped in that gold foil.
Yeah, like in Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. Did you ever imagine that the uncle, the uncle and Willy Wonka?
Yeah.
The one that just laid in the bed and was a lazy ass bum the whole time. But when fucking Charlie got that golden ticket, guess who got out of the bed real quick?
What you got there? What you got there, Charlie?
Uncle. Yeah, the uncle got out of bed real quick. Like he could move around real quick.
I think everybody has that type of person in their life. That's just like when something good happens to you, they fucking pop out of nowhere.
No, but I mean, I'm just being honest though. The uncle that laid in bed that was like acted like he couldn't fucking work or shit. When Charlie got that golden ticket to go see the Chocolate Factory, guess who could fucking dance the fucking jig as soon as he got out of bed? The uncle could.
Exactly.
So,
and the weird part is like, who the fuck wants to go on a tour of a chocolate factory? Like, you imagine that? You could even give me a free ticket to a chocolate factory tour.
And how did anybody not look at that as like, like if the Chocolate Factory was in like fucking Polk County, like Grady Judd would have like already had a fucking sting for a pedophile sting.
Yeah.
Where
who are these little people you got in here?
Yeah. I would like to show you some photos of this guy. Now, would you go with Johnny Depp, Charlie, or Willy Wonka, or would you go with Gene Wilder, Willy Wonka? Like, I mean, who's more creepier? I think Gene Wilder, because Gene Wilder worked with Richard Pryor a lot in a lot of movies.
Mm-hmm.
So could you see Grady Judd? You know how Grady Judd goes over the top.
Wait. You said Johnny Depp. That wasn't Willy Wonka. That was
no
Alice in Wonderland, right?
No, Johnny Depp did Charlie in the Chocolate Factory.
Fuck.
And then Gene Wilder did Willy Wonka in the Charlie or the Chocolate Factory.
This Chocolate Factory shit.
So there were two, like Johnny Depp did. Remember, Tim Burton did a version of the Chocolate Factory thing.
That's so weird. Like, I don't even think it's a good movie.
Anyways, back to what I'm saying. Could you imagine like Grady Judd doing a press conference, being like, because you know how Grady goes over the top with all of his press conferences. He's like, he'd be wearing overalls like the Oompa Loompa. Yeah. He'd be like, we got this disgusting human being. He claims to be a chocolate man, and he was luring young boys and young girls
In
to
here.
come, in to see his chocolate factory. And at the beginning, this little fat kid got stuck in the chocolate tube and backed up the chocolate river,
Which is a fire hazard.
which is a fire hazard.
So me and the boys had to come. He always says me and the boys had to come
Me
down.
and the boys had to come in, and we had to knock down the door. And then a reporter will be like, "Hey, why did you shoot Willy Wonka 65 times?" And then Grady Judd comes back, "Because we ran out of bullets. That's the only reason we didn't shoot him 65 more times."
Oh my god! Can you imagine being like a fresh recruit police officer, and that's the place you get assigned to
You know that's how Grady got like famous, right?
for being over the top?
No. There. Okay. So, like, one of his deputies was shot and killed during a traffic stop. Okay.
Mhm.
So they chased down this guy, which, I mean, he was a scumbag. He deserved to die. I
Right,
mean, if
right.
you kill a cop, you kind of had it coming to you. Okay. Depending on if the cop was being a dick or not. You see what
Right.
I'm saying? I mean,
Right.
there's both sides to every story, but Grady made this comment because they shot this guy that killed the cop. They shot him 48 times.
Jesus.
Ciroc. They shot him 48 times. And then one of the reporters during the press conference said, "Why did you shoot this guy 48 times?" And Grady replied, "Because we ran out of bullets."
Jesus. I mean, it's like I don't know how I feel about that. Like, yes, I get it. You got to do what you got to do, but that's kind of excessive. Don't you think? 48 times, like. I mean, unless your officers just have natural, terrible movie villain aim, like shit.
I know, but or like a
And then they always run up
stormtrooper,
as if like
a
he's not dead.
stormtrooper, like in Return of the Jedi or
Yeah.
whatever. Like they're just missing everywhere. But like, no, they shot the dude 48 times. And when the reporter asked, they were like, "Hey, why'd you shoot him 48 times?" They were like, "Because we ran out of bullets."
Jesus. So Grady Judd, he's tough. That's didn't they make a music video of him too?
Yeah, they did. They did. And you want me to be honest? Like,
Mhm.
I will get to you know that rest area right before Polk County.
No.
Well, on I-4. Like if you're heading to Orlando, you know the rest area. And there's only one rest area in between Tampa and Orlando.
No, I never know. Well, I never really stopped.
It's around Auburndale. Auburndale. You know where Auburndale is? Anyways,
Doesn't
there's
ring
a
a bell.
rest area right there before Polk County. I pull over to that rest area. I will go up to a random person. I will give them a $5 bill, and I will say, "Hey, I need you to. I'm gonna turn on my left-hand turn signal. I'm gonna turn on my right-hand turn signal. I'm gonna hit the brakes. I'm going to turn on my license plate lights.
See a full a full
No,
tune
I
up.
want to make sure my shit is on point before I roll through Polk County."
Oh shit, they're like that. They're that strict.
I
thought they were
Pretty-
just strict on drugs and shit. You know what I mean? I think they
No,
was just trying to pull everybody over.
Pretty much, my friend, and especially, and that's coming from the most white person that you know.
God, can
Like-
you imagine calling 911 in Polk County? Like they'd answer like, "This better be important."
No. But what I'm saying though is like I go through all those steps as a white person, Ciroc.
Oh man, Grady Judge doesn't see any color. He doesn't see any color.
What the fuck?
He just sees
Like,
threats. That's it. I'm either sleeping or seeing threats.
I don't know. Like, I mean, I don't know. Like, I really, really do think some of these sheriffs go over the top sometimes. Like,
Yeah, I mean, but you gotta
there
send a
was
message
this-
though, right?
There was this rap group that Grady had just caught
What do you mean, like
that
busted for
no,
rapping without a license?
They were rapping about the crimes they were committing.
Oh, yeah, it's never good.
Okay, so he had already confiscated their like gold and their chains and shit, and he puts them on during the press conference. Ciroc.
Can he do that? Is he allowed to do that?
And he started rapping. Like he started like rhyming. He started dropping bars during the press conference.
What? And this dude is straight out of a movie. This can't. I'm surprised it's not a movie about this guy. There has to be. Or documentary or something.
Look. If you're in Polk County right now, I don't want anybody to think like I'm fucking like slandering Grady at all.
Nah, I love him. Actually, if he's listening,
I love Grady.
I love you, Grady.
Like, dude, if I lived in Polk County, I would vote for you right now as to be reelected as sheriff. So
listen, I'd vote for you, Grady, more than once, but I know it's illegal and I want you to arrest me. So I'm just gonna do my one vote for you. When do they when do they get a new sheriff? Like when do they? Is it like
it's every 4 years?
Oh, okay.
Now, do you realize that there used to be cities in the state of Florida that had sundown laws? Do you know what sundown laws are?
What is that, like a curfew to be inside or?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Are you?
Is it worse?
If I tell you, like, you promise you're not gonna get offended, like they're used.
Oh wait, is this black related?
Yeah, it is.
So you had to be inside as a black person by a certain time.
Do not let the sun shine. Don't let the sun go down on your black ass before you get inside.
Oh my god! Imagine if me back in any type of civil rights time or even before that, like I'd be the first one dead. I already know it.
No. But I mean, like I'm not making that shit up, right? Like,
no, I've heard about it.
There used to be things called sundown laws in the state of Florida where it was like if you were a black person, African American, and you were caught outside after night, like you're a fucking vampire. like no, I'm being dead serious. Like they were
like the zombie apocalypse, like his Eye of Legend.
Yeah, like fucking vampires. Like oh my god, we gotta stake this big black guy with a fucking oak stake through his heart.
Yeah, because he flies away. Because he turns into a bat and fly away.
A bat. And little do you know, black people probably hate bats more than white people do.
Yeah. I was running out butt naked at midnight. just blend in, I guess. That's crazy. I seen that on that HBO series, the Lovecraft Country, I think it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, they had a little scene of that.
That got canceled though. The show got canceled.
It did?
Yeah.
Honestly, I'm not saying I'm surprised, but like I like the first like 3 episodes maybe, and then I kind of just got bored of it.
What do you think about Jordan Peele going into the whole like horror genre type stuff? Like I mean,
it's great.
I like it.
I think like when he came out with the 2 movies that were past 2 years.
Get Out was great. Us, I really did not care for.
That was with the family, right?
That was the one with the duplicate.
Oh, like yeah, with the rabbits and shit.
Yeah,
Yeah, that was okay. I think the first one was just because like a lot of people didn't even know Jordan Peele made it till after the movie. And it was fucking pretty good, man. I mean, to go from Key and Peele, I mean, see, that's the thing. Like, we only see them as like comedians or, maybe they're on some show, but like a lot of these guys are like multi-talented. They can do a lot of different stuff.
Get Out was one of the most creative movies that I had seen in a really, really long time.
The Sunken Place. Yeah. And then like, it was just so many like hidden meanings behind it too. It took a while. Like even in Us though, I know you said you didn't like it that much, but there's a lot of like hidden meanings. You had to kind of like Google what everything meant afterwards.
But I don't. Now I did like the one. Didn't he do the one where the woman like ends up going back in time and ends up being during the slave times, like antebellum or something?
I didn't see that.
Oh, there was one that I did. I think that was like
she went back in time and was a slave.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, see, that's why like black people never really care about time machines. Let's just go into the future.
Marty, we're going back. We're going
back. Like when people, you ever hear people ask that question? If you could go back in time, where would you go? Like probably yesterday.
1865. 1865.
Where am I most likely to die? Let's see. How about in between 1400 and now?
Isn't it funny that they always like that the date that they always went to? It was like November something 1955. It's like, I mean, let's not act like 1955 was the greatest time for
Yeah.
black people
No.
either.
No, it was. I mean, when did World War II end? 48,
Yeah. It was at like 45, 48. Yeah.
and then Vietnam was started in
In the 60s.
Yeah, so like, when the war's going on, there's a lot less racism. So like that time after war and before the next war
but
is like fuck.
How do you feel about that though? Like you know, like, and I know that we're getting very, very political and shit on for a special show on the weekend. But I know, like, if I was a black man, like, I would have a really, really hard time if I was in the middle of the fucking Vietnam jungle,
Yeah.
getting eat up by mosquitoes and getting
Like, what
sprayed
am I
by
doing here?
Agent Orange, like, that's gonna cause me cancer later on in life. And like when I get home, I'm going to get treated like a piece of shit.
That sucks.
Um,
You're just
yeah,
like a tool. You're like a tool that just used when necessary.
No, but I really, really would. And you know what though? Like the African Americans that fought in Vietnam, they still treated it as a badge of honor though. Like they still, like, even the Caucasian people they
Mhm.
fought side by side, they called brothers.
Yeah, but you shouldn't have to come to war to like to
No,
get
but
along with each other.
No, but I get what you're saying, but do you see what I'm saying though, Sirach?
Yeah, well, because
that-
it's like it's at the end of the day, you're fighting against the same enemy, so you have to get along and be a team player. And yeah, you got just like in any other type of war, modern day or even back then, like you got to protect the guys around you pretty much. So whether they're black, brown, orange, purple, like he could save your life or you could save his life. So you can't really fuck you.
Man, we got
I'm not
real
picking you up.
fucking
Yeah,
serious.
fuck you. Just leave
I'm
you.
sorry.
Just leave you in the helicopter. Fuck you. We're out of here. Good luck.
Yeah,
Hope you speak
fucking,
Vietnamese.
that's that. I think that black guy. He's just shaking around on the ground. We don't need to drop the helicopter.
What do
back
you think?
down and get him.
Like if you were like Vietnamese, though, right? And I'm sure they didn't see a lot of black people in Vietnam back then. But like,
Like,
you go to war, you're like, wait a minute.
they're both like, big. Oh,
They got the white one, black one. We go to hell. We
Black
should.
one.
I hate talking like that. Okay, let me stop.
Black. Big dick.
We're gonna
black
get canceled.
Man. Big dick black man. Would you like to?
Would you like to tell me where your friends are?
You know what my dad used to tell me all the time. Like, and I know, like, look, I'm not trying to be a shock jock or anything. My dad always said that Asian vaginas were sideways.
Oh shit! Did he tell your mom that?
Like, well, I mean, my mom wasn't Asian, so I don't know like why he would tell her that, but like my dad always said it was like, Asian vaginas were sideways, like they were. Like,
So when you have sex, are you like more comfortable like laying on your side?
no,
just-
you have to scissor it.
The
You
physics,
have to
the
scissor
physics
it.
behind
like,
it. You got to like be kind of upside down on your hands.
Yes, like it was a sideways vagina, like because you know what? I'm not even gonna get into.
Looks more
it,
like a mouth.
But no, like I'm sure like some of the Viet Cong would be like, oh, black man, maybe I could bring him home.
I like how you start with black.
Oh, black man. I'm a cuckold. I'm a cuckold Asian Viet Cong.
Listen, I like your
I
Asian
want
voice
to-
is always like them finding out something new. Like, It's always,
I want black man to come home and be bull dominant on my Asian
bull dominant.
Yeah. Like I'm being dead on.
Is that a
Like,
request from people? I've never heard somebody say, "Can
bull
you please be
dominant?
bull dominant on me?" What? I'm not a matador.
No, but bull dom is like a thing that they look for. Like, cuckolds look
Bull
for
dom.
bull doms, dominant.
So, what do you consider yourself like a calf or something?
No, I'm a straight up pussy that just sits in the
Buffalo.
corner and jerks off while the masculine fucks his wife.
Crying.
Yeah, just crying the whole time. Like,
Leave tips on the door. Tips on the way out.
yeah, I use my tears as lubrication. As
Oh
I'm
my
jerking
God.
off. Yeah. No, I'm just saying. I'm just, you know what? Let's wrap this up before we get into any other trouble. Or
We're about to get canceled like that guy. What's the guy? The Jeopardy guy?
What? Alex Trebek who died?
No, the
getting...
replacement. Remember? It's what's his name?
Oh, the guy that was sexually harassing people or whatever. The one that's
yeah, he said some comments like 10, 15 years ago or something like that on his podcast. Yeah.
I know. How long have we been talking for, by the way? This is going to be a long-ass fucking show.
It's
10:42.
An hour? Is it an hour?
Yeah. We've been talking for an hour. Anyway, Ciroc, tell people how they can check out the weekly review.
Gotcha. You can check it out on Apple Podcasts or Spotify or Facebook. Just type in the weekly review. Or it may just be easier to type in my name, Ciroc. It's Serak. I know, unfortunately, it's not spelled like the liquor, but I promise I taste way better.
Yes, I'm gonna fuck some Viacom's chick.
Oh, you fight for white man? You fight for what? All right, I'm stuck. My God, sorry, this shit is contagious.
Black man, try to swim across this lake with your dense muscles.
You like poppy field?
No, you want some of these the poppy seeds?
You like sushi? Fried sushi?
Yeah.
Oh, all right. You gotta delete this fast. The last 30 seconds, you gotta delete that. All right. You gotta delete that part. I gotta go donate to the Asian Boys and Girls Club now. Thanks a lot.
Black man.
You like PlayStation? Okay.
Oh, yes. We make your iPhone for you.
I gotta call my Asian friends and tell them, just give them a heads up right now. Listen.
Speaking of heads, fish heads. That's all we eat is fish heads.
I'm not Chinese, I'm Korean, motherfucker.
Small penis, because I'm Asian. You black man.
Sideways. Penis. We on the other side of the world. Everything different.
Yes.
Alternate universe.
I do everything.
I do math. You like rice?
Yes, I love
brown rice. We got white rice. We have
white rice.
You like tea?
No, I like tea. All right. Stop recording.
All right, I'm stopping it. Wait.
And that's the show for today. Thanks for listening to the Tuttle Daily Podcast. Hey, don't be a dickhead. Do us a favor. Like, share, and subscribe to the show. Also, check out the Tuttle category at 315live.com. The Tuttle Daily Podcast is brought to you by Starfire Transport, StitchYouUp.com, and PocketPairClub.com. Special thanks to show producer Vulture and co-host Ciroc. Show voiceover services brought to you by JCVoiceover.com and The Little Cheese Show. Download and subscribe to The Little Cheese Show everywhere podcasts are found. If you want to help support the show, go to paypal.me/TuttleOnTheRadio. You have something you want to say? Tuttle@gmail.com or leave a voicemail at 407-270-3044. To follow all Tuttle social media, go to Tuttle.net. That's Tuttle with 2Ds.net. Thanks again for all your support, and we'll see you tomorrow on the Tuttle Daily Podcast.
I get ignorant in normal situations.
What you mean?
What the fuck you mean?
What are you talking about?
Nigga, what the fuck is you talking about?
Oh, shit!